iFILM, London. iFILM, London.
This is Coogan Cassius for iFILM London. We're at the Manchester Town Hall for the press conference between Ricky Hatton and Senchenko. Unfortunately, Senchenko hasn't turned up. Richard POXON, head of boxing from... no, we can leave it in there. We'll leave it in there. HATTON Promotions, Richard POXON. Can you tell us why Senchenko hasn't turned up today, please?
Your guess is as good as mine, really, Coogan. I'm not sure. He just said they didn't want to do the face-to-face, they didn't want to do the head-to-head, so that they wouldn't be coming. I went back and spoke to them and said, look, it's part of the agreement, you've got to come, and they just went, we're not coming, we don't want to do it. So I don't know what to read into it, really. I don't know if they're trying to play mind games with Ricky. I don't think the kid is the most confident of characters. So whether or not I'm guessing and thinking, well, they don't want him to get intimidated coming here with all this, seeing Ricky and it all dawning on him, I don't know. I'm as much in the dark as you, pal.
When did you know about this for the first time?
As I were pulling off the Snake Pass, because there's no mobile signal on there between Sheffield and Manchester, my phone kept ringing beep 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 as soon as I pulled off, and I looked and I got a load of voicemails. So then about, I don't know, maybe 11 o'clock-ish, pal.
Do you know what you should have done?
Tell me, what should I have done?
You should have stuck Paulie Malignaggi up on the top table.
Yeah, well, I should have done maybe, but it's not about him this fight, is it? It's about Ricky and Senchenko. So thanks for your advice, Coogan. But as usual, I'd just probably request you keep that to yourself.
Okay, it just would have made for a much more entertaining press conference. But it was good anyway, you've done very well. Last time we spoke to you, there was no opponent, there was no TV deal, opponent, and obviously TV deal with Prime Time now.
Yeah.
So were there other suitors in the pot for this, or was it always Prime Time?
No, we spoke to everybody, and there were other offers, and there were other deals on the table, but we just felt that we wanted to do this one fight as we've done it, which is on Prime Time, sold out with the undercard we've done.
So and it's also available free to Talk customers.
Yeah, I believe there's a deal if you're a customer of Talk, you get that for, I don't know if it's Talk, I think it's Talk TV, or their television station, you get it for free.
To say this is a fantastic undercard is a bit of a understatement. You could bill Quig Monroe on its own. You could bill Foster and Buckland on its own if you wanted to. You've decided to put all these in one basket. Martin Murray as well.
Yeah.
What was the thinking behind that? Just to put everything together like that?
No, I think what we thought before we even spoke to the TV is, let's do an event that nobody else is going to be doing, of a standard that nobody else is going to be doing. And we've got 2 world title fights, interim world title fights. I mean, I was looking at it the other day. If you think about it, Coogan, we've got the number 1 and 2 at bantamweight in Britain, and arguably in Europe, boxing each other at super bantam. We've got Britain's number 1 and 2 super featherweights. We've got Europe's number 1 light middleweight, and we've got, I believe, Europeans' number 1 middleweight, Martin. Excuse me. And then obviously on top of that, we've got Ricky, and then we've got all the unbeaten kids like Adam and Scott and Jazza. It's something that nobody else is putting together at the moment.
Yeah, no, I said everyone I've spoke to and everyone you would have spoke to and on the forums and Twitter, and you can't say anything negative about this undercard.
Well, you can't, but you see stuff on forums. Somebody told me there was something on the other day, somebody saying, no, it's a terrible card and I won't be paying for that. And you think, well, if you're not going to buy that, sure, you're never going to buy anything, but you can't please everyone, pal, can you? But listen, in a way, when I say we've pleased ourselves, I don't mean we've done what we wanted, but this bill's made us all proud because it's of a standard that no one else is doing, and we've got kids of a standard that I believe are better than the other promoters' kids, so you get to see everybody what we're all about on Saturday night. Channel
5 last night, quite late, 12:35, but it was worth staying up for. It was a fantastic documentary on the lead up to Ricky Hatton's comeback, and it had all the team in it, and it was a great insight.
Yeah, it was interesting. I watched it this morning, so I was shattered last night, so I taped it and got up on this morning. And I will be honest, Coogan, obviously I just fast forwarded to
your bit
where I'm on bike. I know, and then I went back and watched the rest because I have got a fantastic pedal stroke on that bike. And did you see that kid who were lagging behind, breathing really heavy?
That
were
Etches.
They were getting out at saddle and trying to catch back onto my wheel. That were Etches. So I think that tells you what type of standard I'm at.
Yeah, that Lycra was doing it for some female viewers.
They're only human. They're not made of wood.
No, I genuinely thought it was a really good. It was like movie-esque. It was quite. You got taken into
I
it.
watched it this morning, like I say, and listening to Ricky, listening to like some of the stuff Jen said when Bob ran about his dad and Robert and stuff like that, and it means so much to everybody that we've all pulled together to do it. So it were a great insight into what people perhaps don't get to see, or they don't really think it's like that. It showed that we're all just normal family people doing like an extraordinary job really with Ricky and what it means to us all.
Paulie, like we said earlier, Paulie Malignaggi's here. Paulie Malignaggi isn't a fool.
He's got fantastic eyebrows,
He's
hasn't
got fantastic eyebrows. What I was going to say is he's not a fool. He's here for a reason, isn't he? He sees a potential.
He's not here for weather, is he?
No, he's definitely not here for the weather. But he sees this potential fight rematch between him and Ricky for next year. Can this be done?
Yeah, why wouldn't it be able to be done? I mean, it's not something we've discussed. I mean, other people are talking about what's next, and all I care about is Saturday night. Rick's been out for 3.5 years. By his own admission, he's not lived the cleanest of lives, and that looked after himself in the best possible way, and he's back. I mean, you look at him now, it's just absolutely, and I meant what I said at the beginning, it's a lesson to anybody really, that the changes you can make to yourself, whether you're a bus driver, whatever you do, if you're willing to make massive sacrifice and change. I mean, you look at him now, he looks absolutely fantastic, and all this, he's had his ups and downs, but constantly saying, I'm ashamed of myself. He should be proud of himself today really, because it's almost unbelievable what he's done. So going back to Malignaggi, sorry, I just led off then, didn't I, Coogan? Sorry.
That's all right.
It's a fight that's doable. Yeah, I'm sure he'd love to box Ricky. I'm sure Ricky would love the world title, but it's honestly not something on my word, honestly, I've not discussed it with anybody or put anything in place. But I think he's working with Primetime anyway on on the night. Him and Ryan are doing the co-commentary, so he's being brought across for that. So we'll see what happens after Saturday night.
All right, well, Richard POXON, thank you very much for talking to iFILM London.
Can I ask a question, Coogan, of you before you go? When you ask a question, you always look behind you as if you think someone's going to sneak up on you. Have you done something that we should be aware of? When you ask a question, if viewers watch this back, you ask a question and then you look behind you to see who's coming.
No, I'll tell you what that is called. That's called cameraman. Move back. That's called in what's known in the film industry. Hold on, as space awareness.
Right, space awareness. So
it's knowing what's around you at all times.
Right.
Because people could be taking pictures of you.
Right.
Mark Robinson.
Yeah.
People could be staring at you.
So it's not like you're not worried about something.
I haven't done anything. I've only been here 2 hours. Yeah, what could I have done in 2 hours?
Listen, it's just, don't get defensive. It's just a plain old question.
Listen, I've been calling everyone a mug lately. Don't make me call you one, please.
On Crime Watch, when you watch CCTV, they always do stuff like that, and that is a fact.
This is Coogan Cassius with the head of boxing, allegedly, for HATTON Promotions.
4? Did you say 4 then? Were you thinking of me, Malika? Coogan, thanks for your time.
Coogan Cassius, Richard POXON, iFILM London. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.